Did it hurt your plan for Devontae Adams to lose Roby? And were you guys trying to cover him man as much as it looked like after Roby went out?
Yeah, we had some man calls after Roby went out, and they didn't always work the way we anticipated that they were going to work. Some of them were zone calls. We played some zone, and they were still able to get deep against some of the zone calls as well. But not having your matchup corner and not being able to match up on their best guy, I think it did hurt us.
How did you think Adams played today?
Well, it looks like he played pretty good. I think he had a lot of targets and made a lot of yards. So I got to say he played pretty good.
Brian Smith.
Romeo, entering the bye week with you guys being 1-6, how would you describe the state of this team, and where do you feel like you guys go from here for the rest of the season?
Well, we're an inconsistent team, and we showed that today. What we have to do is we have to try to refresh our minds, refresh our bodies during the bye week, and then come back and practice, work together, pull together to be a more consistent team going down the stretch. We've got some ability. When we give the quarterback time, he can make some plays. Defensively, we're inconsistent, but we did do better against the run overall today. But then we got killed in the passing game, so that's a sign of inconsistency.
Thank you.
Mark Berman.
Romeo, a couple of questions. One, do you have a health report yet on Roby?
No, don't have a health report as yet. I don't think it's major, but he will go through a series of tests tomorrow, and then we'll know more then.
How much do you look at the penalties that you had in critical situations really affected what y'all were doing?
Well, they do. I mean, anytime you get a penalty, it against a good team particularly, it hurts you from the yardage deal and from the field position deal. And defensively, we had him. I think we sacked him on one play, and then we got a penalty, and that kept the drive alive. And here again, Aaron Rodgers, you give him field position and yardage, he takes advantage of it.
Aaron Wilson.
Hey, Romeo, with the red zone struggles that you guys had, what did you think was some of the commonalities, some of the issues you guys had in the red zone? And what did you think of David Johnson and his performance and the running game overall?
Well, David is a big, strong, physical runner, and when we give him some space, he usually gains yards. We didn't always give him enough space today, and so we have to do a better job of creating space in the running game. And then, the red zone, I think that offensively there were some opportunities for us, but we got pressured a couple of times, and we're not able to take advantage of them. And then defensively in the red zone, we're inconsistent there as well.
Your thoughts overall on Deshaun Watson's performance, another 300-yard day and no turnovers?
Well, that's good. Anytime you can get 300 yards and no turnovers, that's good. But, sometimes in critical situations, being able to make throws, to keep drives alive, or to score when you're in the red zone, all of those things, if you're not able to do those, then that hurts the momentum of the unit.
Aaron Reese.
Hey, Romeo, after this game, and the team's heading into the bye, what message did you have for your players regarding the trade deadline, if any?
I have no message for them about the trade deadline. I mean, I don't even think about that. I think about losing and winning.
Christy Regan.
Romeo, where do you feel like the morale and the mindset of your team is right now after 2 tough losses?
Well, anytime you lose, the morale is not what you want it to be. But after last week's loss, I think we could take a lot from that game, that we played a tough game and went into overtime, and lost it by a hair. This game was a different game, and we didn't lose this one by a hair. It was just too much. We didn't do enough early in the game, didn't play well enough in the game to keep it close. And so we'll have to go back to the drawing board, back to square one, and probably start again, and see what we can do down the stretch.
Last question for John McClain.
Romeo, you guys topped them on 3 consecutive series in the second half, forced punts, and the offense couldn't convert like you wanted it to. How big was that to keep you from coming back and making it closer?
Well, it's huge when you're not able to move the ball, and keep the chains moving. I think from the team standpoint, there were times during the game that the defense didn't make stops, and then there were times, like you say, 3 consecutives where we made stops, but the offense, they weren't hitting on it, and so as a result, the results are what we see right now, which is not good enough.
Thank you, Coach.